Hi, I'm Brian Dehart, Mossy Oak Properties, NC Land and Farms, and I'd like to introduce you to the Flyway. This property is full of waterfowling heritage, rich history, spectacular views, and some really good duck hunting. And recently I had an opportunity to introduce my good friend Mike Johnson to the Flyway, and I'd like you to come along and see what he saw. Hey man.
Hey Brian.
Appreciate you coming.
Thanks for having me out.
And welcome to Flyway.
Thanks man. I've heard a lot about this lodge.
Well, I cannot wait to show you around.
Let's take a look at it.
Come on. You know, this lodge was built by Ogden Reed in 1920. And the original lodge burned down like 1958. And they took the original plans and built it back with the same materials, same specs and everything. The inside of this place is unbelievable.
It looks like just on this part right here, it's probably half a mile of shoreline.
There's a lot of shoreline here, goes out to that point.
Brian, how many total acres does this tract have?
It's 430 deeded acres in this property, and most of which is across the road, which includes a lot of that marshland where we're going to be banging in the morning. There's 75 acres of farmland, so there's some good income from the farm rent. There's so much potential in this property, it's unbelievable.
Look at this. It's beautiful. Beautiful, Brian.
The old barn has so much potential, it's not even funny.
The architecture is amazing, and it's certainly the piece of history is intriguing to me.
I can see all kinds of possibilities with this place. Sky's the limit. And just the history and heritage that goes with this building is amazing. The character is second to none I've ever seen.
So Brian, what would this thing appraise at?
The highest and best use appraisal is about $4.2 million, but there's a conservation easement appraisal of about $2.6 million. That's the value. That's a really good way to capture some huge tax advantages on this property and still own the real estate.
That's a good way to fund this property. The right person can own this thing.
Can capture all those tax advantages and still own the property.
Big time. But what I've seen so far and where this thing's situated, no matter who you are, if I want a place to just hide and live, this is it. If I want a place to vacation, this is it. If I want a place to run a hunting business out of, this is it.
Yes.
If I want to run weddings out of here, this is it.
I think that potential is untapped. It's all about the view. Whenever you take high ground and waterfront, I mean, it's a special place. It really is. There's very few places like this in America, and we're standing on a really, really special piece of ground when it comes to waterfowling history. We're right beside Mackey Island National Wildlife Refuge.
Wow.
So that's huge.
Yeah.
The amount of waterfowl that winter here, the snow geese. There's still waterfowl to be had in the area, and we're going to look at some in the morning. I can't wait.
Oh, I'm excited.
Hey Mike, what are you doing?
Just sitting here looking at this book. The book's called Gun Clubs and Decoys of Back Bay and the Currituck Sound. And in chapter 4, there's a section in here on the Flyway Club, and picture that very fireplace right there, which feels better than what we were doing today outside. Dude, that was killing me.
It was cold outside today.
But it's a lot of cool history in here. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, the history here is amazing. And you being a waterfowl guy will love the fact that, you know, Mr. Reed that built this house right here in the early 1920s, it's still in the Reed family today. He was best friends with Joseph Knapp, who's given credit for founding Ducks Unlimited. But the actual concept of Ducks Unlimited it was right here in this room where they got together on that concept.
Man, that is neat history.
Names like Churchill and Eisenhower and FDR and Hoover, and you know, dignitaries like that have all stayed on this property, and who knows who else. But that old boat basin dock, that's the old hangar for where they used to fly the amphibious plane in here for the guests that came down and stayed with Mr. Reed.
Man, that had to be the trip of nobles.
So this place is rich in history.
And you can see it, feel it.
This snow is unbelievable. I haven't seen it snow like this in a long time.
No, man, this is perfect. It don't get any better.
Let him come, let him come, let him come, let him come. Ready? Right in the middle. Let him come. All right. Go. Pretty work, Chief. This is the Flyway. That is pretty.
Woo! That's a beautiful black duck, man. Look at him. Woohoo! My favorite duck.
Good duck, here, boy. Good duck. Good duck, here. Duck's out front, Mike. Here it come, here it come. Duck right here. Keep it back. Oh, this is unbelievable condition. There you go.
I think this hole is beautiful, and I've been seeing ducks ever since I got here. I think I am happy.
We are sitting in this duck blind with all the history on this property, and we're just a few hundred yards from Mackey Island National Wildlife Refuge and all the birds that stay on there with no hunting pressure, and 45 minutes from Norfolk International. I mean, what an incredible location. Get ready, Mike. Get ready, Mike. Don't move. Don't move. No. Peel. Got him. At the Flyway, good friends, good hunting, great heritage. Hey, thanks for watching. This property is exclusively and proudly offered by Mossy Oak Properties, NC Land and Farms.